you're a world champion and you're back home with your team. Just talk about being back and what it's like so far.
I'm just very excited for the opportunity. Obviously, when people want you, whenever you're wanted, it's just a good feeling. So for Steve, Bob, Mike, the whole coaching staff, for them to want me back on the team, especially at this time when it's winning time, I can't feel anything but grateful for the opportunity.
Jordan, congratulations.
Hi, kids.
After your first these 2 years with the Warriors, you bounced around a bit.
Yeah.
What do you think was about your relationships with this team that helped you get back here?
Well, I'm sorry, you cut out a little bit.
Yeah, you bounced around after your first 2 years here. What do you think it was about your relationships with this team that helped you come back?
I would think it's just my knowledge of the game and just obviously the way the team runs. Like today, first practice, like everything was just so natural to me. And I just felt like a team like this is the type of team like I need to be on. This kind of team where it's not about the traditional sizes of big men and centers and all that. It's just a team where it's all about unselfish basketball and just playing the right way. And that's the way I was always taught, is to play the right way. So, and then relationships, obviously, just personal. Like it's a lot easier when you come on a team. Like I said, I've been on 6 teams this year, or the last 2 years, and when you go some places, when it's unfamiliar territory, you're obviously you're a little timid. You don't talk as much. You don't try and get to know people. Here, it was just so natural for me. Just I see everybody like I've been seeing them for a while. Like Clay was, JV, like that's Clay. I'm like I didn't expect anything else from Clay. Steph came in, Draymond came in, even some of the other guys who weren't on the team. I kind of had a relationship with them. Like Wiggs, I played with Minnesota with him, but just in high school, being in the same class, you run into each other a lot. So it's a lot of familiar faces on this team, probably more so than any other team I've ever been on. So it feels it's a lot easier and it feels good.
Jordan, by the way, have they kind of specified what your role might be in the next couple weeks?
Just get it to the light-skinned dude, I think. Get the ball to the light-skinned guy. No, they didn't say anything. Like I said, I think the reason they brought me back is because it wasn't something that had to be explained to me. Like, I know what I'm here, what I've got brought back to do, and it's just to play the right way. It's no specific thing. If I had to put a name on it, obviously I would just say defend and be a ball mover, make the right passes. But I would say just to play the right way. I think that's the reason they brought me back.
Hi, Jordan. Janie McCall.
Hey, Jane, how you
Good
doing?
to see you again.
You too.
Tomorrow night, you're going right out there and
yeah, throw right into the fire.
Are you ready to just step on? You've got so much familiarity with guys like Steph and Draymond, and I know Wiggins was limited today, but you got to go with him a little bit, and you're right in the mix of the playoff crunch right now. Is this kind of a thrill?
Yeah, it's very thrill. Obviously, like I said, it's winning time, and that's the best part of the season. When it comes down to moments that count, like during the regular season, you lose a game, just move on to the next one. These next couple games, if win or lose, it makes a big difference. It impacts the future. So I think that's when that's the funnest time to play basketball. So I'm very excited. To be back, especially like I said during this time.
Were you right here when Juan was just talking to us? Did you get to hear
I
that?
got the end of it when he was talking about his destiny. He felt like he was destined to be. That's kind of where I came in at.
He's an East Oakland kid who has been waiting his whole life for this opportunity.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine what the joy is for him and his family right now?
Oh, for sure. I actually met Juan after I got drafted. I met Juan playing in like a little pro-am game in San Francisco before the season started, my rookie year. So I've like I said, there's a couple people I kind of like have like a little couple relationships with. But I'm very happy to Juan because I met him that day, and ever since that day, I kind of kept in touch with him or kept in contact with his career. And I seen him going to Mexico, him being from Oakland, him being on the team, and you can tell he's just the heart and soul of this team, and he's a true Oakland native. That's the kind of spirit and life they just have, regardless. So I'm very happy for him the opportunity and him signing a contract for the rest of this year and next year. You always want to see great things happen to people like that. People who haven't quite had the moment to shine, and when they finally get the moment, they seize the opportunity. And somebody like him who just works so hard, he doesn't take any plays off. You watch him play, he's like as Draymond's out, I swear I see the same person out there with the same intensity, same aggression, just everything. So you always want to be happy for people like that.
Thanks, Jordan.
Jordan, good to see you again. You know, obviously life is super unpredictable, and you probably couldn't guess that you'd be in this position right now at the start of the season. Mm-hmm. How happy were you that kind of just fate and breaks here and there led you back to a situation you're familiar with, you've had success with, and can, you know, thrive given the right situation?
I mean, I think after during COVID, you know, like I stopped thinking about the future as much and started living in the day to day. It's hard to like, you know, plan on like what's going to happen because you never know what's going to happen. But I think COVID kind of humbled everybody in the world. Like no matter how much money or whatever you're living in life, how you're living, they could all be taken away. You never know what's going to happen. So ever since then, you know, I kind of haven't been really thinking about the future as far as say like I know what I want to do, but I can't control, you know, whatever. All I can do is worry about me and myself, and today all I can do is take advantage of my 24 hours I have today. So, I know when I was at home last couple of weeks, I wasn't really thinking about who's going to call me. I was just hoping I got a call, you know. So I was just working the same, no matter what team I was possibly going to go with. I knew I just had to work, so that's all I was worried about in the time. And then when I got the call from my agent, like the Warriors wanted me, it was kind of surprised. Like, it just never crossed my mind, you know, like, I would say all the teams I've been on, I never really crossed my mind like would I go back there. It's kind of like I don't know. I just never really thought about it. And so when I got the Warriors card, it was kind of like like, you know, that's you never thought that was possible. When I got the call, though, I was just very happy about it, you know. And it was probably more so than any other team. This call meant a lot just because you know this was our first started, and I know the media or people think like we left such like on bad terms. So I think so for them to call me back, it kind of shows where like, you know, like I am who I am, and then the what happened, whatever it's in the past, I'm a different person. Everybody's different. Every day you should be a different person. And so for them giving me the opportunity, I'm nothing but grateful for it.
Do you feel like this is a
Jordan, welcome back to the Bay Area, young man.
Thank you, Monte.
Welcome back. Now, you've been gone almost 2 years, and I'm curious to know, what do you know about yourself now that you didn't know about yourself then? What have you learned these last couple of years?
As far as on the court or off the court, or you just talking about this person?
Either way, just in general, how are you different?
Off the court, you know, like I said, COVID, I think more so than anything helped me grow up as a person, grow up as a man, and understanding like the situation you're in, NBA, like it's 450 people here. You don't get the opportunity every day just to, you know, go. So whatever opportunity you have, man, you take advantage of it. Just because your career isn't left, it's not for sure. And even like with Kobe passing, man, like you never know, you know, time's up in life or just basketball. Like you only get so many years to play this game, or you need to live this life. So when you get that opportunity, you got to just take advantage of it. You have to live in the moment. Don't put too much pressure on yourself because everybody's human. We're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to mess up. It's just how you handle it, how you fix it, and how you keep growing as a person. I think that's one thing I put on myself is to make sure I'm always growing as a person. I don't ever want to be the same person I was a week ago from now, 2 weeks, a year, a month, whatever it is. We're always going through things to help us grow as a person. So I feel like, you know, God puts things in front of us, and it's only two ways to go. You're either going to learn from it, or it's going to learn you, which means like it's going to get the best of that situation. So I've just learned to just take advantage of everything I've have. You know, understand what life is, or trying to understand more what life is, and every chance we get, we just got to go. And then on the court, just understand what kind of basketball player I have. Like I said, you only have so many years, but you just take advantage of the little moments, understand who you are. Don't try to get out of place. Don't try to get out of character. You can always grow to be a better basketball player, but in the moment, be who you are and thrive at that.
Appreciate you.
You sound like a guy who's been through some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I just, you know, like I said, COVID really, it messed me up. Just as far as like having everything taken away from you, basketball. I lost some people last year. And so those are the kind of things that like really wake you up. You know, life is precious. And so like you just got to take advantage of whatever have you. I lost a best friend, man, in 2019 in December. And it just, ever since then, that's really what got me, you know. We're the same age. And you just gotta take advantage of it, man. You know.
Jordan, James Hill with BNC Sports. You helped this franchise win a world championship in your back. So just talk about being back and what you could help give this team immediately.
Like you said, I won a championship with the team, so obviously bring that experience of understanding the regular season and playoff time and winning time. So to me, I've always felt like I've thrived during winning time. I feel like I've always been one of those guys who just work great under pressure. So you know, just bringing that experience and also just obviously, you know, Draymond and Steph, you know, they've been here before, older guys. They've obviously been through this role plenty of times, playoff starting. So I think more so I can help the young guys who've never been here, you know. I know last year they didn't have the best of seasons, so this year, you know, helping understand, you know, playoff time is you have to take it up a notch. You have to be different. And whatever you do, you just have to be great at just that. Don't try to get out of this. This is the time. This isn't the time to experiment. This isn't time to like try stuff. Like every possession count, every play counts, more so than ever. So I think more so that just helping the young guys with that, bringing that knowledge and just bringing that ferocity to the playoff situations.
Hi Jordan, you just mentioned. Hi Jordan, you
Hello.
just mentioned a key word which is learning. So, what is something that you would like to continue learning, not only as a basketball player but also as a person?
I'm sorry, can you ask that question again?
Sure. What is something that you would like to continue learning, not only as a basketball player but also as a person?
I want to continue to learn about myself as a person and as a basketball player. You know, I haven't been playing the game too long. I started kind of in high school, you know, really taking it serious. So I just want to keep learning myself, learning my body, learning the game of basketball. You know, I feel like there's always places to learn and get better at. So, you know, I'm happy to be around somebody like Draymond again, who basketball knowledge is off the charts. You know, you don't find too many people like that. So the time with him, I'm definitely going to take advantage more so than I did my further years, just because I was like younger, maybe a little timid, or you know, should I talk to him? Do I really want to bug him? Like now, as an older man, you know, I shouldn't let that, you know, keep me from trying to learn the game of basketball. And then, I mean, I just want to just keep getting better, just keep learning, just keep becoming a better person.
You faced Steph, well, the Warriors a few times this year, but during Steph's hot streak, what's it been like on the other side of facing Steph?
You know, obviously, you know, Steph is Steph. We got to play him one time this year when I was with the Wizards, and the Wizards actually did a pretty good job on him. Well, he just missed shots. Nobody really can do a good job on him. But, you know, Steph is Steph. And I think more so now this year, it's kind of good to see him as, like, Steph, you know, like, usually, you know, the Warriors are such a stacked team. It's not like the typical, like, one All-Star, two All-Stars. They just go get all the shots. So it's kind of it's kind of good to see Steph, like, in that kind of position where he can just, like, you know, be Steph and just be the kind of person he is. I feel like that's something people always want to see. They always say, you know, if this guy was on this team, if he had his own team, he could do this. And we're clearly seeing what he could do. So it's just try to keep that going and make things a little bit easier for him while I'm here.
Has there been a Warriors teammate that you've kept in touch with the most?
Wiggs. Me and Wiggs, we work out in the summer together. So I was seeing him every day pretty much. You know, Draymond, I'll contact him. He'll contact me every now and then, just to, like, catch up, see how he's doing. If I see something he posted, comment on it. Obviously, the great games he's been having, I just hit him up, like, you know, great game, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. And this game, he had like 18 assists. I hit him up. I was like, bro, like, you know, what you're doing is great. And, like, for me, like, as a player and somebody who's, like, obviously around the regular world or the rest of the world, it's obviously two sides of it. Like, you hear people say, oh, Draymond, he can't do this, he didn't have this. I'm like, it sounds good, but anybody could really do it. Like, you don't see anybody else on the team really doing this. Draymond's doing it. So, obviously, it's a skill set. You have to respect that skill set. So, just, you know, little context, things like that. Steph, you know, I always congratulated him on his stuff. If I see him going crazy. Even when we played him in the Wizards, I let him know how great it was to just see him, like, be him. And just, obviously, I was happy he didn't do it against us that game. But just always see Steph, you know, just be the best shooter he's always been, and especially just off the court, just a great person he is.
How vividly do you remember that Rockets series and even the finals that you played that year and
Which
some
one?
of your practice to that?
First year? It's crazy because I remember. I'm sorry, you finishing your question?
No, go ahead.
I remember it's that my rookie year, the series with Rockets. To me, I always tell people like that was the best or the funnest basketball I've ever played, just because it was so competitive. Andre going out, Chris Paul going out, everything was just on the air, and like for it to go to Game 7 with the with the team we have and against them, like obviously I don't think we plan on going 7 games with them, but that series was just so competitive. Having James, Chris Paul over there, Trevor Ariza, Gerald Green was shooting it crazy, Clint Capella. So like I always tell people like that series is the funnest, most electric basketball I've ever played in my life, like still to this day. But it was so exciting because, like I said, I'm a competitor, especially during that time. I just love when you have that competition level get up to that high. And then in the finals, it was just so fun going against LeBron. Obviously, growing up with your favorite player, and now you're seeing him in the finals after seeing the Warriors and him go back and forth to be able to be part of that and actually contribute to a championship. That was great.
Hey, Jordan, this is Rich with Let's Go Warriors.
What's up, man?
Good to see you. All right, so I got the all-important question from the fans, which is, given that Nico Mannion's number 2, Damian Lee is number 1, what number are you going to pick, and what's the process in picking that number?
I picked number 20. I just added a 0 to 2. I mean, the city know what that number stands for, but yeah, I just added I wanted 2, but obviously my pockets aren't that deep yet to be trying to pay somebody for a number, especially just for a couple games of regular season. So I just added a 0 to it. But the city know what the number means.
Thanks.
Hey, Jordan.
That's cool, Raymond. That's cool. Yep.
I would like to ask you what it means for you to play for that franchise, to play to get that uniform. And speaking about Juan, what are the aspects that made him so special as a player on and off the court?
Like, what's it mean to wear the Warriors uniform again, and what makes Juan so special?
To wear the Warriors uniform, like to me, it represents championship. It represents winning. Literally, people say Dubs. Like, other teams are saying like Dubs means winning. So like, to me, holding that like it's like having a cape. It means something. Like you represent a winning franchise, representing a winning culture. So I'm very humbled and I'm very happy to be wearing it again. And as far as Juan, man, he's just a great. He's like a clear representation of a Bay Area person, through and through. He has so much spirit, so much life with him. Like every time I seen him, you just feel when he walks through the room, man. And on the court, like I say, not too many people play as hard as him, go as hard as him, and like the veracity and the ferocious he plays with is just it's untelling. Like there's not too many people like him.